What's on, Minifans? As requested, here's my take on Zone Mortalis stairs. So these go together with the columns I've already made, and it's all magnetised. As always, if you like anything in a video, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with my content. The link to the template and all my templates is in the description, and it's a link to my Patreon, but it's free of charge. I have some Amazon affiliate links down in the description below for my most used items. Anyway, enough of that, let's get on to crafting. Let's get cracking. I start off by printing out the template onto cardstock, and then I cut out some of it because it just will be cardstock. And then you just have to watch what I do in this video. So I cut off half of the wall sections, the ones with the rectangular cutouts, and I mark on the back 2 mil in from each side of each one, because these kind of overlap the other wall sections. So the chipboard's 2 mils thick, so it's allowing for that either side. And then I just go ahead and glue this onto the chipboard. And I'm actually just using Mod Podge, and I kind of seal it as I go. Some of that's off camera though. But then for those sections we've marked 2 mil in from the sides, these I'm gluing to a 4.6 centimeter wide bit of chipboard. I've cut a big strip. So I glue these all on. You might notice one of the bits, I think it's called a stringer, the part of the steps, like underneath the steps. I've moved one bit across because I actually got it glued over the edge of the chipboard, so I had to rip it off before the glue dried and then glue it on over there. But anyway, I go ahead and cut everything out, which takes a while, but yeah, there we go. Just make sure you use a nice sharp knife so it, doesn't take so long. Then I've got two different widths of cable tie. One's about 3 mils, one's about 5. And these just get glued onto those steps in the cutouts in the cardstock. And I just use super glue to glue all these on. And you'll notice here that I am using a new cutting mat, because my old one is knackered. Because I want to magnetize these, I'm putting some of that magnetic strip I've got. So I've just got a bit of chipboard, whacked some of this magnetic sheet on the back, and then I've sanded it so paint will stick. And then I've marked on the chipboard, it's 3 centimeters across, 5 mil like wide, and I've done 4 of these because there's 4 sets of steps. And then I just go ahead and cut these out. Then what I've done is mark the underside of the steps 1 centimeter in from either side. So this is where that stringer is going to go. And then I just glue them on with super glue. And then after this, I glue that bit with the magnetic strip at the top. Magnets time. So you'll see there's circles on those walls with the big rectangular cutouts. So that's where the magnets go. I've got these flat 1 mil thick, 5 mil wide magnets. And I just glue these on. I grab a cocktail stick, bit of blue tack, pick up the magnet, super glue, bang it down, boom, done. And then, of course, after this, I like to punish myself, so riveting. And it's the same process. If you haven't seen any of my videos, cocktail stick, bit of blue tack, pick up a rivet, into super glue, into place, job's done. Not too many rivets on this one. This bit was quite fiddly, and you see me struggle with tweezers here, but I've cut, it's this fine wire, and I've cut lengths the same size as the lines on the wall sections, one on either side. And I've just cut out these bits of metal, and then I just glue these on with super glue after getting into place with the tweezers. And it's kind of on to assembly time now. So I've cut some extra strips of chipboard. They're 4.6 centimeters long, 5 mil wide, and these get glued to the bottom of like the overlapping piece, or the bit which will be overlapped, just to give it a bit more support. So I just glue this on with super glue, and then glue the 2 or 4 wall sections together with super glue. Off camera, I've added extra magnets at the top in those kind of notches I left on the top of each wall section. So I've glued one in each corner. And then again, I'm using that magnet, like whiteboard sheet, and I've cut some strips. I think they were 5 mil wide, 5cm long, and they get glued onto the bottom of those supporting sections we glued on a minute ago. Then the final bit is gluing those final pieces we haven't used yet off the template. So these just get glued onto each corner of each wall section. And again, I'm using Mod Podge and I seal as I go. Off camera, some of them were slightly different sizes, so I just trimmed them down so it's all flush. After everything was dry, I primed black and then base coated burnt umber. And again, I used airbrush for this to try and keep it nice and smooth. And then it's a simple paint job. So I just dry brush with dark silver, then give it a real light dry brush of light silver. Black wash, that's the homemade black wash. And then after that's all dried, I do a load of rust with, sponging on burnt umber, followed by orange. And job is done. And that's the project complete. Here's some photos of the finished stairs in use with the other Zone Mortalis pieces I've made. Fun project, easy to build, but just a bit tedious with the cutting. But I think it would be quite easy to cast these in resin, make a mold and then cast. Now, someone suggested I do some Zone Mortalis ductways, which I do like the sound of. So I'll come back to that. I'm not sure if it'll be next video or later on. I might do something different in the next video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers for now.